people have this idea of climate justice, and even some people who are generally pro fossil fuels for what I call the unempowered world. They tend to view this of, oh yeah, well, we have benefited from fossil fuels, but we kind of screwed the rest of the world over, and so we should keep that in mind and maybe give some payments. Like, we didn't screw anyone over fundamentally, certainly not by using fossil fuels, because fossil fuels have made us just incredibly productive, prosperous, including innovative. And if you look at the world, there's skyrocketing life expectancy everywhere in the world, including places that don't use a lot of energy, in part because of charitable things that we can do, but in part because of huge medical innovations. So the world is so much better because a certain portion of the world has used a lot of fossil fuel. And yes, we absolutely want others to be free to do so and to do so, or to find other cost-effective ways of producing and using energy. But this idea that like we've ruined the world for anyone using fossil fuels is the opposite of the truth. We've made the world a much better place for everyone, but there are some people who still need the world to be a much, much better place, and it's totally immoral for us to stop them.
So we've really focused on the moral case for this fossil fuel-centric worldview you're describing. But I think the way you introduced this idea was very helpful, because you said we should, which is what we've been talking about. But then we're going to anyways. I think this is kind of the more interesting part of this issue for me, because what anyone, and they're part of the listenership who've already probably turned the episode off by now, because they're a little more to the left from these topics. But what they have to reckon with, I think you've been very articulate, and especially in the book, is this idea that this is all happening regardless of basically anything.